Hey, what's up guys? Phoenix here. This video is going to be another YGOpro Duel video, and this time it is going to be with more Zodiac Beast / Juunishishi action. I'm really enjoying this deck. I've played it a lot more since the previous video that I put up, and I've also done some other things. As you can see in the background, I have changed my background over to my PhoenixFlareX background. I've also changed my card covers over. I've also done a couple little edits and tweaks to the gaming interface in-game as well, like changing the life point bar colors and stuff like that, just to make it more stand-out-ish, because I am very aware that there's a lot of warm colors in my video and my design, because of the fact that I really like the colors like red and gold. Like, those are my two favorite colors, so I try to implement them in any way, shape, or form, and that usually ends up in a lot of red bleaching going on across the screen of whatever I'm playing. But there are some tweaks I'm probably going to make to this deck list as I go on further. Again, I'm very interested in like the Goyo Defender build that, you know, summons synchros like Naturi Beast and stuff like that. If any of you have a link or a good build of it yourself, or a link to one, definitely share it around, because I'm gathering information on the deck before I do any videos on it. Just because I like to put out things that are at least semi-reasonable in terms of things that are, you know, meant to be like info sources and stuff like that. This Exceeds Reborn might get cut for like Jar of Avarice, real talk, because I've bumped this up to 3 copies, and I still find myself wanting more, because the only real way to access it is to either draw into it or send it from your deck to graveyard off of Momorat, but you almost never want to be normal summoning Momorat unless your play doesn't involve Terra Top. So there's multiple different factors that go into that and apply to that as well. But ultimately, I'm not going to waste any more time. There's definitely some tweaks I need to make to this extra deck, but I'm sure I'll probably highlight those a bit more in the game, as I realize that there are certain things that are coming up that I'm missing. And you could probably easily shave some of these down as well. I think 7 of these is probably a bit too much, especially if you're playing other cards that allow you to recycle cards. Like maybe Digesto Emerald is probably just a huge fit in this extra deck and stuff like that. But enough of that. I'm not going to waste any more time in this portion of the video, because, I mean, shit, might as well get to the game, shall we? Alright, so I am still on YGOpro, and I'm still in their unranked servers, but I've made some changes. I've put my background on it, I've put my covers on it. I've done a bunch of different things in that regard. I'm going first. I did not open Terra Top, so that's unfortunate. And then this is, you can target a Zodiac Beast card in your graveyard, so that's not going to have any triggerable effect here. But this is still a form of combo that I can perform, because I can destroy this and special the Momorat, and then I can just go into Tiger Bow, or whatever it is, Wild Bow, Tiger Bow. I'm still not 100% familiar with all these things' names, but I know what every single one of them does, so that's probably arguably the more important aspect of it. But hey man, Tigris. So even the hands where, it should be noted that even the hands where you don't open like optimally well, still have things like this that you can just do, where you can just use the Momorats to generate advantage. So we'll do that. We'll go up into a Bullhorn. Yes. So we'll put Bullhorn on top of this. I've got Double Dimensional Barrier, which is either really good or really bad, depending on how this goes. I can get Zodiac Beast Viper here, and I can then do some other things. I can do Tiger King, but that's not going to do anything really worthwhile, because these are going to be sitting there and not doing much. I can make Emerald. I think that it's very safe to say that I could cut down on a few of these cards that are in multiples. It's very possible that could be the case, but so I could go into Tigris if I wanted to. I can do Drancia. I think I'm just gonna go Bullhorn into another Search, and then put Drancia on top of it. That seems to be the thing that'd be worth a while. So Bullhorn will get a Search here for, I guess, Thoroughblade is probably the better one here to get. Just because it can be normal summoned and generate draws, at the very least. But then we can go into Drancia on top of this. So they're both 0/0, which is issues. But the Viper can put itself into either one of them during these turns. And so I've still yielded myself with some pluses. So there is that. Even though I didn't open Terra Top, I still have some rather decent plays. Whitestone of Legend. Alright, so he's doing that onto this, and this he's popping this, but that allows me to attach it as material. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and call Synchro because he's playing Blue Eyes. So, and then this will activate, allowing me to attach it onto Drancia. I think is probably the better one. Yeah, Drancia. Just because it gives me more materials. So Blue Eyes is in his hand, awesome. Now I can Dimension Barrier for Xyz if I want to, or if he plays Advanced Ritual Art or Chaos Form, I can just do Ritual. So there's still 2 more mechanics that this deck uses that you can do that stuff for. But so he specials Alternative in response to the summon. I'm holding down A. Really? It's not going to give me a summon response? That's stupid. I literally was holding down A, and it just asked me. It said the only thing that popped up said there's no effect that can be activated at this time. Would you like to check the field? And I said no. I would not like to check the field. And then it just prevented me from activating it while I was still holding down A. That's kind of ridiculous. I don't like that in any way, shape, or form. Just for your information, for FYIZs, I'm not a big fan of that by any stretch. You know what? This deck could actually just benefit really well from Soul Charge, now that I think about it, because you load your graveyard with so much stuff. And like even the Xyz monsters have value because you can just do that. No, I don't want to chain this. I would like to chain them. Oh, you can only activate 1 Dimension Barrier per turn. Never mind. Well, at least I've locked him out of the best card in his extra deck, which is Blue Eye Spirit, which goes into his Ur. So there's that. So he's going to Battle Phase, attack into this, which I'll be able to put Viper on and at least banish this. It's not ideal, but this is still a 1-card play next turn anyway, so I don't really care. I don't really care at all because this will banish that. And so now we're on an even playing field. We're on an even kilter. That was so annoying though. The fact that it didn't let me do the activation of Drancia, and that's so irritating. So let's see if this baits the Veiler or not. Okay, it's baiting the Veiler. Good. This person doesn't know what he's supposed to Veiler in this deck and what he's not supposed to Veiler. So we'll use that to our advantage, we'll say. So what I can do here is that I need to have access into Drancia. So I think we're gonna go Tigris on top of this, and we're just gonna stack up into something. Is there one engraved that has higher attack than this? I think he's the highest one. Because these have 0s, yeah. This has 8. So yeah. So what we'll just do is we'll do Drancia. We'll put Drancia on top of this. That's 1600 that I can attack with. It's not a lot by any stretch. But then I've got Thoroughblade. What is it? Thoroughblade? Yeah, Thoroughblade. Literally exactly what I thought it was. I'm curious as to why this is white now. I didn't change the background of that to white by any means, but I mean, hey, it's kind of okay. I'm kind of okay with it. No, I'm not going to use that. This doesn't do anything, so we'll just normal summon this. Man, this is the most unorthodox thing I've ever done and seen. What is this? This is an Ancient Whitestone? Okay. So hopefully it gives me the chance to pop that alternative again, because he's going to be able to add it to his hand. And so if I don't get the chance to pop that alternative, I'm going to be slightly upset. You know, for reasons. But we'll see what happens with it. So we'll activate Drancia, destroying this. I really need access into that trap card though. The trap card is something that definitely really just benefits you to the highest degree of being able to just not have to deal with threats of like your resources being gone. So that's something that you need to worry about. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go ahead and do this. Does he just not want to? He just doesn't want to add back his alternative. Okay. Questionable plays, questionable player, who knows? Yeah, he has the alternative engrave, and he had a Blue Eyes. Well, no, did the Blue Eyes get discarded for something? No, it did not. That was summoned out of Whitestone. So he has a Blue Eyes in his hand that we know about, but he's just giving this one to me, basically. He's just giving it to me for free, for freezies. But so from here, Daigusto Emerald is probably a card that needs to be put in this extra deck as well. This extra deck has a lot of cards that probably need to be cut out of it. I've almost never made these Utopia guys, so these can probably be cut. There's a bunch of different things that can probably be cut in this deck to make room for more cards that are half decent. So there is that. But so we'll do this, get this out, and then from here I can make Tiger King, which I can then get a Tenki, which will boost all of these for a little bit more. It's not ideal, but it'll work. It'll work because my opponent is apparently a fish and doesn't want to activate the cards that he's been given. So we'll deal with that in our own way. So we add Viper here, and that way Viper gets to equip onto this, and then that is game. So we'll go with that. We'll go with this. I'm not happy about it by any stretch, but I want to figure out why this is white, because it's normally not. But I mean, like I said, I'm not a huge fan. I'm not against it, because it does just add more conflicting colors, so that it actually stands out. But like, I'm pretty sure it used to be like black. I'm curious as to why I switched to white when all I switched was the file for the actual color of the life point bar, not the actual background itself. So there is that I'm curious about, but who knows? We will find out at a later date. I'll do some more digging into the files behind the scenes. But anyway, so that's going to be it for this video. It wasn't really that exciting, and I have no idea why my Drancia wasn't able to activate when he summoned Alternative. Because it is a during either player's turn effect, obviously. I use it to pop the alternative in response to the alternative, and it should have been an open game state window for me to activate Drancia before he even had a chance to activate alternative. So there's that I need to potentially find an issue with. But other than that, that's it for this video. Let me know what you guys think about this deck and this duel and this game and this format and this stuff in the comments down below as per usual. I'm curious about your opinions as always. Other than that, check out the links in the description to stuff. Twitch, Facebook, background music playlists. Those are resources for you to use. Other than that, as always, like, comment, subscribe if you like this video and like the format I've been doing and you want to see me keep making content and you want to support the channel, like this video, give it a big thumbs up. And if you know some people that might also like my content, I'd like to encourage you to share my videos around to them and maybe encourage them to subscribe as well. Helping grow the viewership base of my content that it reaches out to is definitely a huge way to show your support, as I've already said. But other than that, like I've already said, let me know what you guys think about this video in the comments down below. Any suggestions and all that are welcome, is the word I'm looking for. But other than that, thanks for watching as usual. Thank you for your time, and as always, guys, take care.